Leonard, who was very tense in the hours earlier, now seems oddly poised and confident. We'll be back with the start of the fight in a moment.
Weighing in tonight at 146 pounds, the former champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard, there is the record already detailed to you, being introduced to the crowd here in the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Sugar Ray, a challenge at a young age, at 24, coming back, and there, being introduced, the champion, Roberto Duran. His only loss coming on November 17th, 1972, 10-round decision to Esteban de Jesus. He avenged that with an 11th round knockout over de Jesus on 16/1974 in Panama City, Panama. So they are getting ready for the rematch. You see the two ancient ones in Roberto Duran's corner, Freddie Brown, the cut man, the chief handler, and Ray Arcel. Freddie Brown in green and Arcel in white. Arcel over 80 years of age. Angelo Dundee, the man behind Muhammad Ali through all of the great years and standing by him in the declining ones too. The referee, the third man in the ring, Octavio Mayron of Mexico, a skilled, good referee. We had him in Minter Antifermo too over in London. He did, on balance, a good job. The action begins. What you want to look for here in the early going is if Leonard can establish anything. Already he's showing more movement than he showed in the first fight. But Duran stays in ring center. He has a way of making you fight his kind of fight. We are scoring on the 10-point must system, scoring done by 3 judges. No voice in the scoring by the referee. 3 knockdown rule waived. You see Sugar Ray Leonard dancing as Duran temporarily tries to get to him. Then a quick lunge by Leonard. I'll identify the judges in a moment. The ring, a big ring, 21-by-21. First round action. We are a minute 25 into the round. Duran, a fearsome-looking man, no question. There's Leonard. That's what he wants to do in this fight. He says he did not work his jab efficiently in the first fight. You saw Roberto try to get to the midsection. He is a punishing puncher. His 56 knockouts attest to that. Leonard covering as Duran is the aggressor. And Duran is so hard to penetrate. We have 20 seconds left in the round. Leonard trying to put his combinations together. The end of round 1 at hand. Leonard complained about a soft point within the ring. Dundee went over to test it. I don't know what, if anything, can be done about it or if anything should. But the point is that Leonard was unhappy with the feel of the ring about 5 to 7 feet from Duran's corner.
Hands up.
All right, the start of round 2. The first round, Duran the aggressor until the final seconds. Suddenly, Leonard started putting things somewhat together. Leonard showing much more movement. Now, that's the kind of action that we had throughout the first fight. Duran pulling Leonard against the ropes, but this time, Leonard got out and away quickly. Leonard has unquestionably built up his upper body strength, though it still doesn't match Duran's. Duran got in a good, quick right lead just seconds ago. "45 seconds into round 2. On the infighting, Duran, the stronger. Leonard hoping to use the uppercut on the infighting, which he could not do or did not do in the first fight. A good right by Leonard. A good right. Stunned Duran. Duran in a fury going after Leonard. But Leonard caught him with a good chopping right. Now, Duran with that familiar leer, half sneer. Look at him. You see the smile across his face. Leonard sticking strictly to business. You see the Leonard movement. A missed right by Duran and then a missed left. As Leonard shows more movement in the early stages of this bout, Duran, who pulverized Leonard with a right hand in the second round of the first fight, has not been able to score in the early going the way he did last time around. Ah, you saw the uppercut, the Leonard right uppercut. That's another part of the tactic for this fight. Seconds left in the second round. The best blow of the round, a chopping right by Leonard. Caused fury on Duran's part. We're coming to the end of round 2. Look at a replay of that right scored by Leonard. First the left, there was the chopping right that stung Duran into a fury. Swinging wildly, he could not score effectively. Back came Leonard. So, the key thing about Leonard thus far in the fight, I said, see if he can establish anything early. A, he has established foot movement. B, he has established that he can use the uppercut. C, he is making Duran miss. And it shows in Leonard's attitude, because while you didn't see him smiling there's Duran. Knows he's in a fight. Furious over what happened to him in the second round. We've got a fight. Now as we start round 3, Ray Arcel just told Duran, got to keep him on the ropes. Pull him against the ropes, the way you did in the first fight. So far, Duran has not been able to do it. Good left lead by Leonard. And away from the ropes. Third round action. Dancing away from Duran. making it Leonard's kind of fight. Still a very early going. One blow from Duran. Well, Leonard himself said the second round right in the first fight had him almost senseless until the fifth round. Now, that's the way Duran wants to get him. Pull him against the ropes and hit him in the belly. Those blows to the midsection take so much out of him, accumulatively. Leonard wanting to establish and work the jab. That's the way Duran fought the first fight. May run, quickly breaking. Duran got in a good right. He hurt Leonard, but Leonard is smiling. And Leonard continues his movement. Two great athletes, no question about it. Duran now, that's twice in this round. He has resorted to pulling, holding, trying to put Leonard against the ropes. Mayron broke it up. They are now toe-to-toe again, and Leonard got away from the ropes with an uppercut. And Duran trying to keep him against the ropes. Mayron not interfering this time. Duran trying to fight his fight. Duran getting in some effective blows, but Leonard himself responding in reasonable kind. And so we wear down round three, and Leonard is openly smiling at Duran, and Duran is furious. The sneer is off his face. It is a different Leonard. There is confidence there. Now Duran is staring at Leonard.
Sharing styles, sharing smiles, feeling 7-Up. It's a crisp, refreshing feeling. Crystal clear and light. Mary's turning 7-Up, and it sure feels right. Feeling lucky, 7-Up.
Good, huh?
Wow, we got this tip!
Says the...
Be closer to that. Feeling 7-Up.
Learning as you're going with fun along the way. There's a new babe in town.
Century. No. Step away from that.
There's a new babe in town. Reaching out with your mind, babe. You're one of a kind, babe. Just like the fragrance you wear. There's a new babe in town, and that fabulous babe is you.
Babe, the fabulous fragrance by Fabergé.
Otherwise, you move.
All right. We await the start of round four as Ray Arcel tells Duran again, get him against the ropes. Round four underway. Just a terrific fight thus far. Let's see if Duran can continue successfully to maul Leonard the way he began to do in the third round under the exhortation of Ray Arcel. Notice how Leonard tries to use the uppercut in close, how he ducked and made Duran miss. But Roberto is a remarkable fighter, indomitable, and one of the hardest punches for his weight classification who has ever lived. There's a blow to the midsection by Leonard, and that stung Duran. Again, Leonard with the uppercut. I'll tell you this, Duran may clean up on Leonard before it's over, but he's got to respect this young man. Look at the quickness of Leonard's hands. Leonard has said he went to school the first fight. Well, we'll see. 15 rounds is a long time. The right by Duran was caught by Leonard, picked off. Leonard off balance. Remember, Duran is punishing with either hand. We are 2 minutes into round 4. Duran with a right to the midriff. Duran missing with a right lead. Short with his blows twice. Duran. Leonard trying to work the left. Duran trying the maul and brawl. Halfway himself through the ropes. And Leonard getting out to ring center. We're down to the final seconds, and you saw a good quick shot by Leonard to Duran's face. Counting down now toward the end of round 4. There you see Duran holding.
Snap. Peter Boss in here. Peter Boss.
The bell for round 5. Keep up the pace. Keep up the pace. Dundee kept screaming at Leonard between rounds. Be the boss in there. You've been the boss. Stay the boss. Well, I'll say this. It's certainly a better beginning for Leonard than in the last fight. Mayron breaking the fighters. Octavio Mayron. The 3 judges are Jim Bramell from Wales, Jean Deswert from Belgium, Mike Jacobs from England. They do the scoring. 10-point must system. No saving by the bell, except the final round. Usual rules. 3 knockdown rule waived. And a reminder, a big ring, 21 by 21. Oh, Leonard is in that soft spot that he complained about. You just saw the ring sink. He got away from there in a hurry, but now against the ropes. This time breaking away from the ropes, Leonard shot a right. Fifth round action. A minute and a half into it. Leonard continuing to show move. Good left. He beat Duran to the punch with his left. Leonard did. A good left that hurt Duran. And when you hurt Roberto, you're hurting a stocky tree. Two minutes into round 5. Leonard smiles. He was pulled to the ground. That was not a punch. That was not a knockdown. It was a pull, a push. And the crowd knows it. And Mayron knew it. And Leonard just smiled. But Duran is falling more and more on his part into the pattern of the first fight. Duran got in a good sharp right lead. It hurt Leonard. This is what Duran can do to you quickly from nowhere as we count down toward the end of round 5. Notice with Leonard against the ropes, Duran having him where he wanted him. Leonard started hitting him in the midsection and effectively. But this is the way Duran wants this fight to be fought as round 5 ends.
Keep him on the ropes and punch.
Round 6 is underway. It has been a tremendous fight. This, I said, had the look of a war, and that is what it has been. Duran fighting the fight his way the last round. bullying Leonard, getting him against the ropes. More and more now, as the fight progresses, Duran is working Leonard into the ropes. 50 seconds into round 6. Quick left jab by Leonard. Sneer by Duran. Look at Leonard moving, using that 21-foot ring. And trying to work his jab. Leonard trying to ward Duran off. May run. Good left by Leonard as Duran caught it coming into Leonard. But there again against the ropes. It's noteworthy that the 3 judges are from Europe. On balance, they award points for boxing skill, not for falling and brawling. On balance, that's been their history. We are 2 minutes into round 6. Leonard trying to get to Duran's belly, not successful, though he did that. Sneering, but you don't win with a sneer. Roberto's got to start scoring too. A slip there in that soft part of the ring that Leonard complained about after the first round. Leonard wanting to stay away from that sagging area, which has the look of a broken board under the canvas. All right, the bell for round 7. Now Duran's corner is complaining about that apparently soft board over near Duran's corner. Leonard had a good round, I thought, in round 6. It's very tough to score a fight between these 2 men. It really is. Dundee was telling Leonard, you got it in the bag. It's no contest up till now. But that's Dundee telling his man. I don't agree with that, though at this point I have Leonard slightly ahead. Leonard trying to get to the midsection, doubling and tripling on the jab, and not hitting very effectively. Again, go down, Dundee told him. Move down, then move up. Leonard with the kind of movement that made him the darling of the people in Montreal and brought him 27 consecutive victories until he came a cropper against this man, Duran. Round 7. Both men superbly conditioned. Leonard now, he better stop that. Duran is no one to play around with, to posture with. Showing his confidence, but he is not doing it the right way. He is taunting Duran with his posture. And Duran is saying, come on, fight, fight. Leonard scored with a chopping right that hurt Duran. You can see how Leonard's confidence has grown. Now the ball out, and he caught him with the left. And he's got Duran openly, not just furious, but puzzled. Duran troubled by the movement. Dundee would be well advised, I think, to tell Leonard to stop that as the round ends.
What a remarkable 7th round that was. Leonard flaunting his skills, taunting the opponent, getting away with it. Look in slow motion there. You saw the fake bolo attempt so that Leonard could score with the left. And it is a vastly different human being that Duran is tonight. He seems bewildered. Arcel shouting instructions at him in the corner.
They are wiping Duran off, and round 8 has begun. What a fight. And what a different pace, establishing his movement in the early going, establishing his ability occasionally to work that jab. Leonard has fought a totally different fight, and not allowing Duran to bull him against the ropes every minute of every round, the way Duran did first time around. Again, Octavio Mayron of Mexico, the 3rd man in the ring. No posturing this round by Leonard. I think people have underrated the physical strength of Sugar Ray Leonard. He is much stronger than his body appears. You see the time. The pace is slackened in this round. It would have had to, I think. That time it was Leonard who was holding. Leonard keeps those hands moving. Right there, a good left. He is working Duran effectively. And Duran must resort to pulling in. And he does. What? Duran has quit! Roberto Duran has quit! There can be no other explanation. Pandemonium in the ring, and Roberto Duran has quit. And out went another Leonard to punch at Duran. Let's get to Sugar Ray Leonard as quickly as we can. In the meantime, try to get some explanation from Roberto Duran's corner. It happened in the 8th round. Well, this puts a new light on things. It was at 2:44 unofficially of the 8th round. And there is Freddie Brown and Ray Arcel. And I want Sugar Ray Leonard has just come over to shake hands with me. Sure, I know this boy. And sure, he means something to the people of this country. They called him a creature of television, and he fought his fight tonight. Dundee in tears of joy. Duran being hugged. I tell you, that was the most inexplicable thing I have ever seen in the ring. The bully, the man who could stare you down, the man who could do anything, it seemed, but he couldn't. He had to fight Ray Leonard's fight, and Ray Leonard has proved himself an utterly great athlete. Announcement. Where is Ray? I'm sorry about the bedlam here. There could be no other way. The crowd still puzzled by the way. Suddenly, Roberto Duran said it was over. Toward the end of the fight. Here comes Duran's interpreter, Luis Enriquez, as we look at the replay. And suddenly Duran had said enough. Luis, what happened?
When he stopped fighting, about the round before, he complained of cramps. Many of the punches that he was throwing, he did not like the way his body felt. So he complained to his corner. So they advised him to take it easy. That's why he was taking it easy, and the cramp kept getting worse.
So it was the cramps that started in round 7 that caused Roberto to throw in the sponge. As we look at the action right there, and Roberto, you could see, was not the Roberto Duran that we have come to know through all of the years. Now, Luis, thank you for coming by. I know you want to go over and console Roberto. I hope. Here comes Sugar Ray Leonard. All right, we're in the dressing room with Roberto Duran and his interpreter and agent, Luis Enriquez. Now, Luis, exactly what happened in Roberto's words?
Solo exactamente qué es lo que le pasó.
Dile que me entró un calambre en el estómago y me puse bien débil de brazo y de pierna, y por eso fue que dejé de pelear.
He got cramps in his stomach and his body, and the upper body, and then his arms, and he got weaker, so that's why he stopped fighting. He quit the bout.
Does this mean the end of boxing for Roberto?
Posiblemente el final de tu carrera.
Sí, ya no peleo más ya.
Yes, I'm not fighting anymore.
This is final, permanent retirement.
Definitivo.
Ya, definitivo. No
Definitely,
peleo.
I'm not fighting anymore.
Final opinion on Ray Leonard. What does he think?
Última opinión de Sugar Ray.
No, que peleó nada. Yo lo vi muy lento a él, pero no podía poner presión porque él tiene que dejar ese peso también.
I saw him.
Él no es nadie. Me ganó puntos porque me calambré y todo.
I saw him very weak in the fight, but my body did not allow me to pressure him. But I didn't think he was that great.
Tiene que dejar ese peso también.
He also has to leave that weight because I could see that he was weak also.
Well, thank you very, very much. Good luck.
Muchas gracias,
Thank you.
Roberto.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, por favor.
The way it was, November 25th, in Roberto's dressing room, from Duran's point of view, at that point in time. Immediately thereafter, in that same dressing room, I went to Ray Arcel. Nobody questions Arcel's credentials, his distinction, his character, his integrity. This conversation. This, of course, is Ray Arcel, one of the two cornermen for Roberto Duran through his whole long and very great career, together with Freddie Brown, the other cornerman. Ray, at any point between rounds, did Duran complain to you about cramps or pains?
Never, Howard. It just said that his arm felt stiff, that's all.
Were you surprised when he said he's through with boxing, he's retiring?
Well, I wasn't surprised because I felt that sooner or later he would retire, maybe after this fight or after the Hearns fight, and that's what he was even talking about. And I've never seen this young man behave in this manner. I've been with him 9 years. He's been through tough fights, and I was absolutely astounded. I wish I could give you an honest answer, Howard, of what really happened.
Well, I appreciate your honesty in expressing your puzzlement over the behavior. Frankly, do you think his pride was so destroyed by the manner in which Leonard fought him that he just decided it wasn't worth it anymore?
There's a possibility that you may be right, Howard. I don't know whether it was frustration or whatever you might have said. I'd have to find out. I have to talk to him. I have to talk to his doctor to find out after he examines him if there is something wrong with him.
But I heard you in the corner. You were telling him exactly the right things, that he had to fight his fight, that he had to get Leonard against the ropes, and yet it was Leonard who was able to fight his fight tonight.
Leonard controlled the fight.
No question about it.
Yes.
I'm sorry to end it this way, Ray.
All right, Howard. You've always been very kind to us, and we have to tell you the truth, and if I knew more about it, I'd be glad to relate it to you.
Good luck to you, old friend.
Thank you.
So that was Ray Arcel. I want to be absolutely fair to Mr. Arcel. I've known him 30 years of my life. He is one terrific human being. He is over 80 years of age. He couldn't fly out here. He didn't even want to go to our studios in New York. He's been so beleaguered and so distressed since the fight and the way it ended. He did say to me that he later was told by another handler in the corner who spoke Spanish that Duran did complain of stomach cramps. And you observed very quickly in one of our pictures that there was, in fact, an ice bucket placed against Duran's stomach at the very end of the 7th round. But in all our review of all of our tapes, that was the only time we saw the ice bucket. That much made clear to you. I would like now to turn my attention to the champion again, Sugar Ray Leonard. First, Ray, do you feel cheated by the furor over the way the fight ended and the apparent fact that you're not getting a lot of ink, a lot of attention, a lot of being called a great champion?
It doesn't bother me, Howard, because what was shown is quite evident. I beat Roberto Duran, and I beat him my way. The press, they said, by Duran quitting, does it tarnish my victory? How can it?
I'm asking you.
No, I don't feel it has. If I had complained about arthritis, or I said the reason I couldn't move in Montreal was because I had hemorrhoids, who would have believed it? No one.
But you didn't have arthritis.
Yes, but who's to say he had cramps?
All right, leave that for the moment. Did you feel Duran weakening very early in the fight?
In the 3rd, 4th round, I noticed that Duran was watching my feet, my movement, the way I was going around the ring. And inside, he wasn't as strong as he was in the first fight. And that was because I was stronger. If you really look close at both fights, you would notice that the first encounter, Montreal, I was very thin. Duran looked huge. This time around, Duran was thin. I was huge.
Interesting. Yet he came back and gave you a good going. In the 5th round, you remember Dundee said to you, you lost that round. Wake up, true?
Yeah, Angelo said we lost that round unnecessarily. And I felt that the reason was I was against the ropes, like it happened in Montreal.